Okay, so I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but the last video actually did not. I did not mean to end the last video when I ended it, and because I'm lazy and I no longer edit videos like I used to, um, I was just like, let me record another video. So once again, I'm not sure when I'm gonna post this in relation to the last video, but I just wanted to say that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull from this past life deck and see what comes up. Okay, so I hope that the wind isn't a huge thing on this, but we have transportation and then spouse. And so the way that I'm interpreting that is you are finding love very shortly. Now, I'm not saying that this love is going to be like everlasting and it's going to be like, you know, an eternity thing. Also, if you want to take a deep breath with me, let's take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. And then let it go. Okay. So, you have love coming in, you have romance coming in for you, and that's awesome, that's great, that's dandy. There's something about trust and making sure that you are this is a very specific message. This isn't going to be for everyone, but like making sure that you know where to place your trust, because I feel like there's different ways to interpret this energy, but one way that I'm choosing to interpret, excuse me, excuse me, mom. One way that I see this energy is the energy of someone. Okay, no, I'm sorry. The person that's coming in for you, this love interest, they have something attached to them. This could be like a family member. This could be like a passed on loved one, or a friend, or an overprotective friend. They have somebody attached to them that is not super fond of you, and quite frankly does not appreciate your existence in your love interest's life. You know, you might have known this person for like a week, a few weeks, a few months, a year even for some of you. But regardless, if you notice that like your luck is not really that great when you're around this person, if you notice that like things go missing when you're around this person, when you're talking to this person, like take heed of that, because like there's definitely some like foul play, and it's not necessarily this person. For some of you it might be this person literally, but like for the most part it's somebody or something attached to them that is not like, literally, as I split the deck, we have wars and battles. It's like spiritual war basically. And so you got to really be in charge of your spiritual health when it comes to this individual. I know that I said that this was like somebody coming into your life. This could either be somebody new or somebody that you've known for a while, but generally it's not somebody that you've known for more than like 5 years. Like at the most I'd say 2 years, but like generally this is somebody that you do not have the best luck around. And this could be a super successful person. This could be somebody who like does what they do and they do it very well. But generally when it comes to your interactions, like you don't really have the best luck with them. And once again, I would definitely urge you to pay attention to your spiritual health and make sure that you are tending to your non-physical needs. And some of you might hear that and think, what does that mean? Basically, like, are you doing meditation? Are you meditating? Are you doing prayer work? Are you like, how are you utilizing your non-physical energy? Like, I hope that makes sense the way I said that. I'm going to pull from this Believe in Your Own Magic deck I'm gonna see what comes out. Also, I hope the wind is not a huge factor in this recording. Okay, infinite spirit, beloved, what needs to be uncovered, what needs to be said at this time. I get the sense that there's a lot of emotions that are coming up for you. Okay. This love interest that I mentioned is turning more into like a blob and like a sort of anybody sort of energy, because we have gray, endings are inevitable, and it's that sort of energy, like whatever energy that you feel is like not the best for you is coming to an end. Like that connection is not going to be for much longer, and it's a really bittersweet sort of energy. And I love that the morning card comes out after that, because endings are inevitable, but the world awaits you. Like, new beginnings are around the corner, but you just have to be willing to get through the pain of missing this person. And some of you might go back to this person or this individual or this energy, and that's cool. Once again, very specific, this is not for everyone, but like, generally, I hope you know your life better than I do, and I hope that you don't ever make anything fit that doesn't need to fit. Because I know sometimes these readings can sound convincing, and it's like, oh my god, is that for me? I hope you know your life better than I do, so I'm just going to say that. But yeah, no, like, there's a disconnect between you and this energy, whoever this energy is that brings you bad luck. It could be a substance also, it could be like a non-physical thing. But it's really necessary that you stay strong and know that there's better out there for you. And like, in addition to all of that, I think it's really necessary, with Clover coming out, release your guilt. It's really necessary that you don't hold on to guilt and resentment around the situation, because you could have loved this thing really dearly. You could have definitely put a lot of energy and attention into this thing, and that's cool and dandy, but like, everything comes to an end at some point. And I could be wrong in saying this, I could be totally unbased, but I think a huge issue that a lot of humans have, in my experience, is letting go of the past and letting go of things that are no longer viable. A lot of people do this thing where they, and like, not knocking anybody who does, because sometimes it's a great thing to keep in touch, but a lot of people do this thing where they keep in touch with childhood friends for the sake of familiarity and comfort. And that, once again, that's cool, do what you do. But I personally feel like I've grown out of my childhood friendships, and so I don't feel the need to like stay there. I don't feel the need to like rehash, you know? And you know, we could also say something about me just not being the best at maintaining friendships in general, but generally I feel like I'm the type of person that outgrows friendships, outgrows connections, and I think that's okay, you know? And some of you might be like that too, but you just don't know how to let go of the past connections that you've had, which is understandable, because we aren't really taught, as far as I'm aware, we aren't really taught of letting go, or taught how to let go of connections. We're taught how to make connections, how to maintain friendships, but like, generally it's not really like in any curriculum that I know of to teach how to let go of people, you know? Because ideally, love is like the foundation of everything, and it is what we all go back to at some point. But I think for a lot of people, self-love is the big journey, and like learning how to prioritize self. I know, at least for me, I feel that way heavily with a Saturn and Aries. Yeah, for sure. Like, I definitely have had to learn how to prioritize myself and to put myself first. And like I said before, like, you have to be careful of who you're putting your emotional energy into, who you're putting your support toward. Excuse me. Oh God, God bless. Um, One thing, there's so many mental health things that I used to do so like aggressively to the point of like overdoing it that I don't do anymore, and it really makes me mad. It really makes me feel like I dropped a ball because I will suggest these things and I'll be very like firm on like my belief in them because I do believe in like affirmations and like prayer work and all that stuff. But I used to be so good about that shit. Like I used to have like my mind like basically 24/7 just like wired to saying affirmations. And like I will say it is a lot of mental effort. It does take a lot of a mental like effort to do this. But like I used to be really good about that. And I don't what was I talking about to trigger that? I don't know what I was saying to trigger that amount of passion that just came out of me. But like for anybody who feels like they need it, like affirmations really do work, especially if you work them. If you truly learn I don't know what I was about to say. Especially if you lean into especially if you learn how to fully believe in what you're saying, what you're thinking. You know, like I used to have it to where literally once again I was playing affirmations on repeat in my head. Like I was listening to affirmations, but then also I was like saying them on repeat when I wasn't listening to them. And like I don't want to say that was like a really good time in my life, but it was a relatively good time in my life. Like I felt like things were like really in flow for me. And like I don't listen to affirmations as much. Like right now, as I'm talking, I am listening to affirmations. There are affirmations playing, but like I fell off so much. You know. Okay, I remember what I was talking about. I'm sorry. Let me take a deep breath. If you want to take a deep breath with me again, let's take a deep breath. I definitely believe in being selective about who your energy goes to. Like, not saying that you shouldn't care. Like, if you're naturally hardwired to care deeply about people, which most of us are, I wouldn't say turn that off. I'm not asking you to, like, turn that off. But just be wary of, like, who that's going towards and, like, if it's going towards the right places. Because some people will have you caring so much about their issues and so much about their problems. Meanwhile, they're like consciously creating them, and it's like, I don't mind being there for you, but like you're actively engaging in your own demise, you know? And so like, how much of myself do you want me to give you before I feel burnt out because you're not properly taking care of yourself, you know? Treat your body like the palace it is. It's time for healing, not war. Also, I guess a big part of this is a lot of us could stand to take a really big look in the mirror. You might not want to hear that, but I definitely feel like a lot of the times when we're feeling stuck, when we're feeling like things aren't moving, it's because we are neglecting to see something within ourselves that is aching to be seen, aching to be heard. And I know for me, I like to talk about myself sometimes, not all the time when it comes to my readings, but I know for me there's been some things that I've been wanting to do that aren't like a huge necessity. A really cute phrase is like the thing, when you finally do the thing is when you don't need to do the thing. And like, let me get this from out of here without, okay. Because I accidentally stopped the last recording, and that was, like, really annoying. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but here we are. No. Lost my train of thought. Do you like the dog on my shirt? It's a nice shirt. But yeah, no. A lot of us could use discernment when it comes to the people that we entertain. And I think a lot of us, it comes from trauma because we're kind of like, believe it or not, a lot of us are trained as children to respond nicely to bad things. Does that make sense? Like, a lot of the times we're taught to stay in children's places and to like not talk back to authority. And there's a lot of resistance coming through. There's a lot of energies that don't want to, like, if this reaches anybody, I'll be surprised. But like, I think it's really important to remember that we are inherently deserving of love and respect. And like, sure, give it to get it. I also believe in that, yes. But like, at the core, you are worthy of love. You are worthy of respect. I do believe. And it may not be... Okay, I'm sorry. The way that my mind is going right now, I'm going in all sorts of different directions, and I'm so sorry. I hope that this is making sense. You are worthy of love and respect, but like, if you're not actively treating someone right, if someone is not treating you right, that flow of love, it's hard to exist. Because unconditional love, sure, but like, on a physical level, at some point you have to like protect yourself and like remove yourself from areas and spaces and people that like just bring you down. I know I said that before getting there, we were all convoluted, but like, make sure that the relationships that you foster, that you nourish, are like fulfilling to you, you know, because you deserve that. And so on that, I'm going to end this here. I'm going to say thank you for being here. If you want to check out the description below, check out the links below. Check that out. I would love that. I would appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Have a good one. Bye.